Hey, how you doing? Today was the start of Wimbledon, the 2012 Wimbledon. Uh, so I just thought I'd give a quick recap of all the big matches, the most interesting matches, and then a quick preview of day two, tomorrow's action. There, first of all, it was a great day of tennis. Any Grand Slam day, any major day, first or second week is always awesome. But especially for a first day, there were a lot of competitive matches, a lot of big names, um, and tight competitive matches, and just a lot of fun to watch all day. Um, I'll just highlight some of the matches that I thought were interesting. The top half of each draw. So it was on the men's side. It was the Djokovic Federer. On the women's, Sharapova's half. And all three of them, Djokovic, Federer, and Sharapova, pretty much cruised. None of their matches were really competitive at any point. So yeah, a good match today was Kim Clijsters versus Elena Yankovic. Clijsters won in straight sets. Beat Yankovic pretty handily. I picked Clijsters. I think most people thought Clijsters would win, contingent upon her being healthy. She had just pulled out of the a grass court tournament last week, so people weren't exactly sure if she was going to be healthy, but she definitely looked healthy, and she beat Yankovic. Yeah, pretty bad. So that was nice to see. So if she's healthy, she could be a threat because she's in Kerber's section, and if they play in the round of 16, the winner of that would most likely play Sharapova in the quarters. Um, Another match I thought was of note was Sabine Lisicki versus Petra Martic. Um, I actually thought it would be I watched it. I thought it would be a really competitive match because Martic has been playing. She's kind of a really nice up and coming player. She uh, played really well at the French Open a couple weeks ago, and Lisicki's been injured. She made it to the semis of Wimbledon last year, but since then she hasn't done a ton, especially not recently. So I thought that could, if Martic won, I thought that was a definite upset alert. But I actually thought Martic would win, but Lisicki beat her pretty handily in straight sets. Martic had an early break in the first set, but Lisicki stayed calm, and she really impressed me. Um, she got a couple of breaks at the end of the first set to win it, and she kind of cruised in the second set. And if her and Sharapova both advance, if they both win the second and third round matches, they would play in the round of 16, and that'd be an awesome match. If Lisicki played like she did today, I think she could be one of the top contenders to beat Sharapova, like maybe Kvitova, Serena Williams if she's healthy, which I'm not convinced she is yet. We'll see her tomorrow. And then, yeah, I don't think there's that many. I'll probably maybe regret this and I picked Sharapova to win the title. Yeah, I'll get to that, but yeah. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Lisicki looked great. She really impressed me. I didn't think she would look as good as she did, but she looked so comfortable on the grass. Looked right back at home on it. And if she's playing like that, Sharapova should watch out because, yeah, that was Lisicki played great. Another match that's kind of interesting in Sharapova's section is Satsana Farankova beat Vesna Delanc. Used to be Vesna Delance. She changed her name, or changed nationalities, and I guess did name change or something. But anyway, Farankova beat her in 3 sets and plays Sharapova on Wednesday in the second round. I think Sharapova will get through that, but it could be a match to look out for just because Farankova has had so much success before Wimbledon. She doesn't give her opponent a lot of rhythm, so if she could She hits those weird slices. She has a lot of power on, especially on her serve and forehand. She can really get her opponent out of her comfort zone. So that's something to look out for. I don't think she'll. I think it. She could give Sharapova a tough match, but I don't see Bronco winning. But it could be. It could be pretty interesting. Just definitely a match to look out for. Some of the top seeds on the women's side uh, uh, in that top half, a lot of them won fairly handily. Agnieszka Radwanska and Angelique Kerber, they both won. There was one mild upset. Flavia Pennetta went out, which really opens up the draw. She's in, actually, and I was gonna get to this, but Jamie Hampton beat Daniela Hantuchova, who was the other seed in that section. So now it's two of those seeds are out, and they're both in Radwanska's section. So that really opens it up. So we'll see what happens there. It was already somewhat of a weak section, but now it's really wide open for anybody in there. And to that point, probably one of the best matches of the day that unfortunately wasn't even on a televised court was Timea Babos versus Melanie Udan. It went 3 sets, and Babos won in 3 sets. Babos is a really nice, she's really a promising young player. She's only 19, and yeah, she's. I've watched a couple of her matches. She looks really good when she plays. She hasn't had a ton of success yet, but that was really nice. Her win by her. Udan had just won the tournament in Birmingham, one of the grass court lead-ins, and so people might have thought that she was finally getting on a roll, but yeah, she lost in 3 sets to Babos, and like I'm looking at the draw right now, it's you know, in that section is Radwanska, Vesnina, who beat Venus Williams today, Heather Watson, the British girl who got a chance to play on center court, which was neat. Jamie Hampton, who I mentioned, upset Hantuchova, and then Petrova versus Babos, and then Georgie, who upset Pennetta, and then Anatosh Tiashvili. So it's, yeah, that's wide open. I think I picked Radwanska to advance to the quarters out of that, and I still think she will. And then, yeah, so that's pretty interesting. So yeah, just wrapping that up. Tough match for Udan. I think she'll recover. I think she will get back up there in the rankings and have some more success, but that was a tough loss for her. But great job by Timea Babos. Keep an eye out for her. That'll be an interesting match versus Petrova on Wednesday. And then two other matches on the WTA of note were Sloane Stephens beat Karolina Pliskova. Pliskova is a really good young Czech player, but Stephens, I think it was 2-2, beat her pretty handily. So look out for Sloane Stephens. If she's playing like that, she could pose a threat. If she advanced, she would play. I'm looking at. I forget. Oh yeah, she's in the. Well, I can't even find it. But anyway, oh yeah, that's right. She's in the Sharapova section with Lisicki. So that, look out for that. If Lisicki and Stephens with win, which they actually both have tough second rounders, but that'd be a really interesting third round match. But yeah, it was a nice win by Sloane Stephens. She had that nice run at the French Open. Tough loss from Karolina Pliskova, though. I was expecting a little bit more out of her, but yeah, nice win by Stephens. And then the last match I wanted to get to was it didn't even finish, but it was Christina McHale versus Johanna Konta, the British wildcard, and it was a really good match. Konta won the first set in a tiebreak. Uh, and Mikhail actually was down a break in the first set, kind of came back, forced a tiebreaker, but she got down early in the tiebreak, and then Konta won it. Mikhail kind of got a break early in the second and kind of cruised to the second set, and then Mikhail broke early in the third set. She served twice for the match. I think at, I want to say 5-4 and 6-5. She got broke both times, and it didn't finish. They stopped it at 7-all due to darkness. They should get lights. That's a different story. But yeah. So that match will resume tomorrow. So it was a really good match. I watched the whole thing until 7-all in the third. And Mikhail they both looked really good at times, and at times not so good. It was kind of like an up and down. I think both of them might have been a little bit nervous for different reasons. Mikhail's kind of young. She has a lot of expectations because she's seeded. She's seeded 28th. Konta, because she's the British wild card, and she probably won't get many chances. One, to play any major, and two, to play at Wimbledon. You know, she's British, so it's really cool to see her out there. It's cool to see all of the home country people, especially when they get wild cards, because you don't know how much they're gonna be out. She actually looked really good. I don't know why she's ranked so low. She had a pretty nice power game, and she was hitting with Mikhail, and Mikhail's a really good baseline player. She has a great forehand, and she's a great mover. So I was impressed, and it was a fun match to watch. It was at times it was pretty nerve wracking, so that was fun. Yeah, so that was pretty much the day. Tomorrow, it's the bottom part of the draw, so it's the highest seeded and the biggest names are Victoria Azarenka, the defending champ Petra Kvitova, and Serena Williams. There's a bunch of pretty interesting matches tomorrow. So that should be pretty exciting. I know, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow night with the recap, so look out for that. And then just really quick on the ATP side, like I already mentioned, that Federer and Djokovic, the top two seeds, or no, sorry, the 1 and 3 seeds, Federer's 3. They both advanced pretty easily, not much. It wasn't tight at all, pretty much. The big news of the day was Ernest Gulbis defeated Tomas Berdych 7-6, 7-6, 7-6. Somewhat what you would expect from those two guys with the serves they have. So that was a pretty shocking result. And I'm sure Djokovic is probably happy, because if the seeds advanced, Berdych would have played Djokovic in the quarters, and Berdych has beaten Djokovic at Wimbledon. So yeah, that was fairly shocking. In the sense that Berdych has had so much success at Wimbledon in the last couple of years, and Gulbis hasn't really, and he hasn't done much. He has so much talent, and he's so much fun to watch because he has so much power, but he just hasn't done much. So yeah, that was pretty surprising. But I watched a little bit of it. I didn't see too much of it, but from what I saw, they were both hammering the ball and that can be fun to watch. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It should be, hopefully it'll be another great day tomorrow. Hopefully the rain stays away. And Wimbledon does have the roof, so center court can continue to play, but it's always fun to see all of the outer courts on the first week. So and if it rains, they do get they can't play in the rain. They don't have a roof or anything. So yeah, rain stay away. Or rain at night. So yeah, great first day. Hopefully we get a just as good second day, and excited for the matches tomorrow, and hopefully you catch my recap tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.